All right, so we live here. Good morning, everybody. What's going on, Tava Nation? I know you're out there. So, look, we're kicking off the weekend with another Saturday morning huddle. You know, that's the name of our Saturday morning training, the huddle, where we bring you the most important information to help you grow. And you need to let everybody know that too. Grow your Tava business and take you to a whole nother level. Now, this is the last Saturday of the month. All right. So we're going into what we would call a strategy. And the strategy is we're going to give you 3 ways to end the month strong. We're going to give you 3 ways. We're going to talk about some more things, but we're going to give you 3 ways today to actually end the month strong. Y'all ready for that? So if you haven't had the best month, you still can end strong. You're saying, how am I going to do that? Well, we're going to tell you that. We're going to tell you that. Look, if you want to have a great month next month, you want to start off at the end of this month banging. And we're going to show you how to do that. So stay tuned, stay plugged in. Make sure you text everybody, let them know that we're on the air. We're on YouTube also. Make sure people register for that. And now check the all button. But we got 6 days left. We got 6 days left for people to experience this Tava lifestyle. 6 days, well, you know, for the month at least. For looking good, feeling good, and using the Tava Fit products. Y'all ready to do that? Put something in the chat so I'm ready to do that. Because you know gas is high right now. You know that gas, I was at the pump the other day, and I'm like, that thing says $6. But I knew I was on Atlanta Road in the kind of like the little bougie area. So I said, let me move up just a little bit. So I moved up, went up about a mile or two, and it was $5.40. So at least I saved 20 cents. That thing was, well, is that math right? Is that something like that? So, all right. So, but you know gas is high, right? So you know it's high. So I see y'all in the chat. I see a few of y'all out there, but make sure you come in on here when we start asking you some questions. We've got some questions we're going to ask you. Make sure you text your people also and let them know that we are in the huddle. Ask them, say, are y'all in the huddle? They're going to say, what's that? Just shake my head. Just put SMH, shaking my head. You're not in the huddle. You need to be in the huddle. Let them know that. So now we're going to bring up our guest. I'm going to keep calling her a special guest because this lady is the basketball equivalent of of like a Magic Johnson. You know, Magic Johnson was one of the few players that I know that could play all 5 positions. Magic plays center. Magic can play forward. Magic can play point guard. Magic can play shooting guard. He can play whatever you needed him to play, all 5 positions. And I think Miss Nina Moore, I know Double Diamond Miss Nina Moore can play all the positions in this industry. She's good at training. She's good at presenting. She's good at leading. She does it all. And so without further ado, I'm going to bring up Miss Nina Moore, Double Diamond. She's up in the D right now, right? In Detroit.
We in the D.
In the D. Up in the D. The pothole capital. Don't tell them I said that, though. Nobody ever said it.
Okay, we won't tell nobody.
We're getting a few potholes in Atlanta now, so.
We are. I've been watching it out. What up, though? You know, Mr.
I know that's right.
You just
but let me say this before we get started here. How can I say this? Okay, let's do these 2 announcements right quick before we get started. The first one is we got a big event. I don't know if y'all have the flyer. My engineer, do you have the flyer? It should be right there on the dashboard there of the event in October. Is that there? It's not there. I thought it was loaded on
here it is.
StreamYard. Oh, there we go. All right, so now look, we taking over Dallas in October 21st and 22nd. It's only $139. Now I'm gonna tell you this honestly. I don't know how long it's gonna stay $139 because in our corporate chat, I'm gonna let y'all know a little something. I shouldn't be telling everything out of corporate chat. When that came up, and it came up by accident, I think. And then the CEO of the company, the founder, I'm not gonna call his name, he got in the chat and he used some choice words. He used some words that I didn't know that he could speak, you know, like these, he's speaking French, Polynesian, and he was speaking some words that said, it ain't 139, it's supposed to be 199. And somebody slipped and actually didn't put it out there like that. So I just thought it was over with. But after I talked to some people in corporate, they said, no, since we put it out there, we got to leave it out there. So I'm telling you all, you want to go get registered for that. Can you put it back up right quick for that 139 for Dallas in October? Because guess what? It's like 90 days away. I know it doesn't seem like it. I mean, in the next month, we're going to be talking about Christmas, even though it's hot outside. I'm just telling you, before you know it, October's going to be here. So make sure you go register for Dallas for that 139, because he could change that tomorrow. Seriously, he could literally change that tomorrow. So let's do that. All right, so a couple more announcements. We had the BOGO. Is the BOGO still going on, or was that yesterday? It's still going on? So
well, as of late last night when I went online, it was still there for that Valet BOGO.
You better get that Valet BOGO, because I think that's our greatest product. I think that product can move faster than anything, and I think everybody loves that. So you want to always have that BOGO. I mean, you always have the Valet 30 on hand, and anytime that BOGO come out, you want to kind of jump on it. We got announcement coming up on July 1st of a special promotion that we're going to do. And I said July 1st. It's not July 1st, so I can't announce it until July 1st. But you want to make sure that you be ready to hear that on July 1st. I think, what day is that on? Is that a Monday?
It's a Friday.
It's a Friday. All right, so we're going to go live on Friday for that announcement. So y'all be ready for that. Let's see what else we got here. I put a few little notes here.
Mr. Fleming, can we talk? Can we go back to conference really quick? Because I know we're going to talk about it again at the end of this, but I think that I don't know if people realize how important conference is. And I know that sometimes I hear people saying, oh, you know, you guys are like trying to pressure people to get there. And the reality of it is we're not trying to pressure anyone. We're trying to express how you got to know how urgent it is for you to not miss conference.
Right.
And I will tell you, Mr. Fleming, I've never, ever been in a position where you can even sizzle your way to get to conference, you know?
Now see, I didn't tell us how does that work?
Let me at least explain. I'm telling you, there's only one company I was in where they did let you like pay in increments. But Sezzle is so simple. What you can do is, as long as you go into your back office and put one product in the cart. So like maybe I'm going to suggest, I'm not going to ever tell anybody what to do. I'm just going to make suggestions. I would suggest maybe you add the flare samples. It's the least expensive product we've got, $39.99. Add the flare sample. You must add a product in order for Sezzle to work. And so all you've got to do is go add a product. So you imagine the ticket is $139. The flare is $39.99. Add the two together, right? That's about $180. You're only paying 25% of that $180 today. And so I would encourage you all. And listen, if you get your ticket while you're on this live right now, then let us shout you out. Put your order number in the chat with your name and your ID number, and let us shout you out and celebrate you, because we want you to know that you might not think you had an accomplishment this month, but if you purchase your ticket, that is an accomplishment. That's an accomplishment we want to celebrate. All right, so back to you.
And this one's going to be bigger and better. Last year, I know some people were shocked because it was pretty big. It was exciting. There was a lot of things going on. This year it's going to be better because we've been planning out for this ever since the end of the last one. So be ready for it. Now, I know we do have a few changes every now and then, like right before the event. But be prepared for that. You just be ready, because you never know what can happen. But get your ticket. If you got to Sezzle it, if you got to buy it, if you got to, whatever you got to do, let's get that ticket. That's pretty much it before we get started, though. But we want to kick off with the video now. Or you want to play it at the end?
No, let's play it now. Let's get everybody mind like
get the
all
minds right.
And it'll give people a chance to tag 5 more people on their team or not on their team.
All right.
And comment done. We don't want anybody to miss this information. So let's play the video. We're
gonna play the 5-minute video right now. Y'all watch the video, tag some people. It's only 5 minutes. Let's go. Get your notes. Listen.
It was a young man who, he wanted to make a lot of money, and so he went to this guru, right? And he told the guru, I want to be on the same level you are. And so the guru said, if you want to be on the same level I'm on, I'll meet you tomorrow at the beach. So the young man got there at 4 a.m. He all ready to rock and roll, got on the suit, should have wore shorts. The old man grabs his hand and said, how bad do you want to be successful? He said, real bad. He said, walk on out in the water. So he walks out into the water. Watch this. When he walks out into the water, it goes waist deep. So he like, this guy crazy. Adrian, like, I want to make money. He got me out here swimming. I didn't ask to be a lifeguard. I want to make money. He got me in. So he said, come out a little further. Walked out a little further. Then he had it right around this area, the shoulder area. So this old man crazy. He making money, but he crazy. He said, come on out a little further. He came out a little further. It was right at his mouth. My man like, I'm about to go back in here. This guy is mine. So the old man said, I thought you said you wanted to be successful. He said, I do. He said, walk a little further. He came, dropped his head in, held him down, hold him down. My man getting scratching, holding him down. He had him held down. Just before my man was about to pass out, he raised him up. He said, I got a question for you. He told the guy, he said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. I don't know how many of y'all got asthma in here today, but if you ever had an asthma attack before, you short of breath, SOB, shortness of breath, you wheezing. The only thing you trying to do is get some air. You don't care about no basketball game. You don't care what's on TV. You don't care about nobody calling you. You don't care about a party. The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. That's it. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you got to be willing to give up sleep. You got to be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you really want to be successful, some days you're going to have to stay up 3 days in a row. Because if you go to sleep, you might miss the opportunity to be successful. That's how bad you got to want it. You got to go days without, listen to me, you got to want to be successful so bad that you forget to eat. Beyonce said once she was on the set doing her thing, 3 days had gone by. She forgot she didn't eat because she was engaged. I never forget when 50 Cent was doing his movie. I did a little research on 50, and 50 said that when he wasn't doing the movie, he was doing the soundtrack. And they said, when do you sleep, 50? Sleep. He said, sleep. Sleep is for those people who are broke. I don't sleep. He said, I got an opportunity to make a dream become a reality. Don't cry to quit. You already in pain. You already hurt. Get a reward from it. Don't go to sleep until you succeed. Listen to me. I'm here to tell you today that you can come here, you can jump up, you can do flips, you can be excited when we give away money. But listen to me, you will never be successful until I don't have to give you a dime to do what you do. You won't be successful until you say, I don't need that money, because I got it in here.
Woo! I want to play that again. Hold on a second. God dang, that was if you trying to win in life, that's something you can watch going to sleep at night. If he says, like he said, they sleep now, he doesn't mean literally no sleep, but it means you got to give more time to your business and more time to your success than you do to sleep. It's almost like you have to give more time to your business and your success than you give to TV. You got to give more time to your business, and that's what he means. Because literally, like, well, he's there, no sleep. That's, what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying?
And I have asthma too, so I know what that feels like. And what's so crazy about that is, Mr. Fleming, I told you, I think the last time you gave me the opportunity to be on training with you, I don't take this lightly. So I honor you for that, because you've been in the business and you've been in this profession for a long time, and you don't just want to put anybody in a space, because you got to be cautious as to what goes out, what information goes out. So I don't take it lightly that I'm invited to be here again. Right. But the last time we were together, I said, I am not the Nina Mora who started Tava, and we haven't even had a chance to catch up because you've been busy, I've been busy, but over since we last met, I made a decision that until conference, every single day, I'm going to be listening to The Strangest Secret every day. Until Earl Nightingale every day. Yeah. I will be reading Think and Grow Rich every day until conference. I will be, I'm also listening to a piece by Bob Proctor. One of the last things he did at GoPro with Eric Worre back in 2015 when he was 82. And I'm listening to that every day until conference, because we believe it's what we need to just teach me more, learn. And honestly, it's not about
you need to learn what we're giving you. I'm saying already that
unlearning. It's the unlearning, of the systems that we've been taught were the way to wealth. And as we were talking last night, we were texting back and forth about today, and I kept thinking, like, we're at the end of the month. We're at the end of the month, and there are a lot of people who are going to give up, who are going to say, nah, I'm good. I didn't do what I know I didn't do what I should have done for my business this month, and they're just going to give up. Yep. And I know that if we start the month with urgency, we don't have to end it in emergency. Right. If we start with urgency, right? We don't have to end with emergency. But what we also have to think is, we talked about it, the integrity of being a business owner, and the fact that, when you're playing, because I love sports, right? When you're playing basketball or football or whatever the case may be, a pitcher has to have a batter to throw the ball to in baseball, right? The pitcher can't throw the ball and then the batter not be present to catch that, to hit the ball, right? That is the way the game is played. So oftentimes in business, those of us that are, and I don't really like to use the word coaches and all of that, we're just going to say senior business partners.
Okay.
Right? Those of us that are leading, helping to lead teams of people.
Right.
We're going to throw the ball, to throw the play at someone who said, I'm going exec this month. I'm going director 2 this month. I'm going director this month. Now, what happens is, because the senior business partner has to align our personal goals with the goals of the people that we're helping to shape, form, mentor, grow their business, we now have to say, like, I can't say, well, I'm going crown, you're going director, I'm going. No, I have to say, okay, well, if you're going director and you're going director 2 and you're going executive and you're going executive 2 and you, okay, then I'm going to set my goal at X, Y, and Z. Because now the senior business partner's job is to help the people go executive 2,
right.
Go executive, go
right.
director 2,
right.
go director. But then if you fumble your play as the director or the director 2 in that structure, now everything above you, yep. everything collapses and everything yep. falls apart, because we put our stuff on the back burner to make sure you got what you needed, you right. know? And so I think that we have to really understand the way a team is supposed to move. And Mr. Fleming, when people ask us, Sean and I were talking about this early this morning, Sean Tyrone Bell, when people ask us, how did y'all go diamond in 20 days? Nina, how did y'all go double diamond in 112 days? We didn't look to the right. We didn't look to the left. Oh, certain. Did life happen during that time? Did people die? Did people get on our nerves? Did people make us mad? Did we not? Yes. And guess what? In the month of Christmas, Mr. Fleming, who does that? Who goes right. diamond in 20 days in the month of Christmas when right. everybody is pretty much focused on Christmas, right? Who goes double diamond in the month of February, right after the New Year and Christmas and things like that? Who does that? A person that's focused. And if you think about the way the military moves, right? See, they don't understand boot camp, right? Boot camp is to get everybody on the same wavelength. That's why when you march, when you go, that's not to look cute or sound good. That left, right, left. Right, that is to make sure you are marching to the beat of the military. You are marching to the beat of the Air Force. Left, right.
That's the same thing. I just watched a little bit of Hard Knocks last night. That's what the camp of the NFL, when they start off that season, and them guys were talking about it. Man, we going to this old hotel. We 50 miles outside of town. We just, and once the practice over, we go back to the room and look at each other. We talking and strategizing. We practice again. We go back and strategize again. And we there together for 40 days or 50 days to get our strategy together for the season. We are looking at, I'm looking at this ugly dude looking at me, but we together. You know, we getting our plans together, our strategy. That's what camp is about. Just like the military example that you gave, it just kind of clicked right then. That's everybody's got to be on the same page.
Moving at the same time. Oh, wait. Gina Anayans ordered her conference ticket right now on this live. Come on, Mr. Fleming. We know we got to shout her out, right? Come on, order done. Right. And she's brand new. She's brand new.
Okay. Congratulations.
Brand new to the squad. So y'all come on, keep dropping it in the chat. If you go and purchase it.
All right, G.
Yep, come on. But together, there has to be a cohesion. And the thing is, not like Nina's team, Tony's team, right? This was Silvan's team. No, one team. We, Tava Nation. Yep. We should be moving together. You know what? The product. So when your products are not on trial, right? When your comp plan is not on trial, right? Your products, comp plan, not on trial. There's nothing to have to sell to people. This is not even a.
I got at least three people that not backdoor me. They sneak and tell me where to meet them at because they're in another company. But they gotta have that Valet 30 and they gotta have their T. And it's so funny, they'll promote. I understand, having other products, because I get products from other companies too. But this is their focus. Their product is not doing what I get products from other people because they friends of mine, and I use other products. But my focus is the Valet 30, the T, the Flare. Their focus is the Valet 30, the Flare. But they're another company, and they don't want anybody to know. I feel like a secret agent or someone with a trench coat on when I come meet them, because they
pull up in them parking lots. Look, pull up
they don't
in
want
them
the
parking
name
lots.
nowhere. They don't. I say, why don't you just be a customer? No. But they call me relentlessly to get that product. And so my point is, you said it, we got the best products.
We have them, and their immediate gratification. Now, here's the thing. I lead with the Valet as well, Mr. Fleming. And that's just from my years of experience. When you lead with what might be more of a fad product, does that make sense? Meaning, let me explain it like this. I had a garment years ago that offered immediate gratification, but it was like a fad product, because once a person bought that garment, they didn't really need you for anything else.
Right.
Now, that company did have a nutrition line, but we weren't taught properly. We weren't taught to lead with the nutrition, the product that was going to be residual. Somebody ought to write that down. Right. Somebody ought to write that down. The product that was going to be residual was the nutrition. Right? The garment was the immediate gratification. So why would I want everybody to really wrap their brain around why they only really see me push Valet. Because it is the product that your dog, your cat, your bird, your grandma, your daddy, your ex, your friend, your significant other, your daughters, your kids, everybody, your grandkids, it is the product that is residual. It's the product that's nutrition. It's the product that everybody in your household, it is the product that at 11 o'clock last night, you can ask my team. We were all together last night here in Detroit. My team from Flint, we all met up in between, and sitting at the table at almost 11 o'clock at night, the lady texts me, can I get 2 Valet and a Flare? You know, because I lead with the product that is going to be residual. And honestly, Mr. Fleming, I give the tea away. If you order Valet, you're going to get 2 packs of tea.
I got you.
2 packs of coffee. Because what's going to happen then? Because honestly, I really don't want you buying a full bag of tea from it.
You're just going to be sitting there. Yeah.
I don't, because you don't, that bag of tea is going to last you 6, 7, 8.
Once you do, exactly. Once you do 2-3 packs, you're like, oh man.
But the Valet, one bottle, if you take the Valet every day, you're going to feel good. But honestly, you need to, that's a product that you gotta stay on.
Oh, exactly.
So that your body, like it's something that's gotta get in your system, and it's something that you gotta.
You know what's funny about that, and I want to talk about that too. I don't know if that's our community. I don't know if that's the men in the group, or the men, just men, period, or because I've been saying this for years. Okay, I stopped by a guy's office the other day, business guy, and he had bought some stuff from me, and I noticed that he used 2 packs of the tea. I think he liked that. He wanted to get a couple of more packs or something. I just gave him. But the Valet 30 was sitting there, and I'm like, man, are you gonna? And so he started drinking it, and then I asked him again, 3 or 4 days later, are you consistent with it? Oh man, I keep forgetting. And I don't know. I always say this: the biggest success stories that I've ever experienced have been reps in the company, because they order it every month, and then they hear us talk about it and they drink it. They just hear us to a point where they got to drink it, because it's almost like they hear it. But if it's a customer, a lot of times, especially men, they won't take it as serious. And like you said, you got to do that capful every day, and you got to keep doing it. It's just like you drink water every day, you should, or you eat food every day. This is food. And if you understand that, but if you do a capful and then, you skip 5 or 6 days, another cap, of course, you're not going to. But I believe that the biggest stories we hear are reps who order this every month, and then they hear us screaming, you need to drink your stuff every month, and they do it consistently, and they get the results. But trying to get I'll put it this way, a man. I don't know if females operate the same way, but a man, and I don't know if it's African American man. I don't know, because I've been dealing with a lot of that. Is that what is keeping these people from just? And I'm already answering myself. I think it's a lifestyle that you grew up in your household with, that you didn't do vitamins, you didn't do none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact, we didn't eat healthy at all.
Exactly.
It's a lifestyle. Now here's
Right.
what's so crazy about it. Of course, as I got older, I started to do better. My children actually do it. Like my sons, they do very well. And now I look at Paige is going to be a very different child because she's growing up
sees it.
with
Right.
two parents that
Right.
are very fitness minded.
Right.
And so let's throw this one in for free, because I know we got a lot to share with everybody today. Let's throw this one in for free. If you go to the gyms, right? So for all of you that, I'm gonna say this again, I said it on the last time we trade. For all of you that are looking for clientele, you are only looking for one set of clientele. You're looking for someone who's overweight. When I am trying to help you understand that when you go to the gym, the majority of the people, the larger amount of people that are in the gym are people who are physically fit. Mm-hmm. So who should you be prospecting? Right. You should be prospecting the people who care about what you look and feel like. Mm-hmm. You're thinking they don't need my products. No, actually they do. They're the ones that are going to want your products, not the people who are not looking like they want to do something about their fitness. You need to think about the person that's looking physically fit, that's in the gym every single day or 3-4 times a week, that you see all the time. Those are the people that you got to say, hey, listen, I see you here all the time. Do you mind if I give you a sample of my, or drink, like take your sample pack in the gym with you.
Gym and drink it,
right. Even if you've had it at home, so that you do a shot in the gym. Let me tell you what happened when we were walking out the gym the other day. This is my hand to God. If Paul was here, he would validate this for me. We're leaving the gym. There was a young lady sitting in her car right beside us when we were getting ready to get in the car. And I was like, hold on, let me get a sample out the trunk. I don't know why. I need to speak to her. I need to give her a sample. I knocked on her window and I said, hey, hello, my name is Nina Moore. I see that you're getting ready. I said, are you going in the gym or coming out? She's like, girl, I'm trying to get in this gym now. I'm trying to get in there. I got to go to this water class, but my energy. She said, I'm trying to get in here, right? I said, it's okay. You'll make it, boo. I said, I just want to give you a sample of my liquid vitamin, I had the vitamin, the tea, and the coffee in the pack and a flare. I said, I'm going to give you the sample because I see we both attend the gym together. I said, I want to give you a gift today. She was on the phone, on the speaker phone, and girl on the phone said, hold on a minute. No. She said, hold on a minute. Is that Nina Moore?
Oh, wow.
I said, no, wait a minute. I said, who's that? She said, girl, this is Ontaria Kim. I said, from Philly? They best friends. The two of them are best friends. Like, how likely?
I know, would that happen? Yeah.
I talk to somebody.
Right.
And now
they
she's
hear
on
your
the
voice.
Like, ain't it crazy? She said, and I've been wanting this vitamin. The lady in the car, so we, of course, exchanged information. She said, but I've been wanting this vitamin. Y'all never know. Open your mouth. And speak to people. And don't be afraid, because too many people are thinking that they're giving something away or they're losing something. I'm looking at what I'm gaining because she has to give me her information. I'm not just going to give you. No, and now I have her card, and she was like, we have to connect. We have to connect. So, I'm thinking to have success in anything, right? To have success in anything, I don't care whether it's sports, whether it's business, whether it's marriage, your mindset, I know my mindset, Mr. Fleming, your mindset, we're at a place right now where it's like, I have to be the best. I have to be the best. So people are saying to me, Mr. Fleming, well, dang, Nina, you were already slim. But now, don't we use the word optimize? Aren't the words on our
website.
Slides, our website, for our slides, our presentation for premium health? So why should I just accept being thin? Why now can't I be physically fit? Right? I'm at 55, fabulous. We say all that. I really want to be what we say. I want to be like, I want to show people that this is now a lifestyle. Krishan, we were at the pool yesterday And she was like, I want to know why your stomach so flat. And I'm gonna tell you, and even today I'm thinking like, wow, I worked out. I didn't bring my waist trainer with me, but it is because I am retraining my body. I'm retraining my mind. I'm retraining because in this next season, I feel like I'm Kobe and LeBron and Magic Johnson and Dr. J. I feel like I'm them right now because I'm pushing myself to go to another level. And in order to do that, I'm not afraid to fail. So we need to talk about that because people think I'm not afraid to fail, Mr. Fleming. If I try something and it don't work, guess what I'm gonna do? Try something else.
Yeah, I just said this to 2 people on a Zoom I was doing a training with the other day. And I said, what's amazing, and I always talk about the zip codes we grew up in. I say in my zip code, we didn't hear that. We heard, don't try too hard. Everything is not for everybody. If you good, just be happy and all this. In the other zip code where the wealthy people live, they sit down, not used to, because I was reading books. Because people say, well, how you know all these wealthy people? They're in the book and they put their information in the book. And so that's how it's, they put all the information right there. They tell all their business right there. So they used to talk about, I want to say it was, it's gonna come to me. It was an autobiography, and he talked about that he had his kids at dinner every night. Ask them, "What did you fail at today? Who did you get rejected from today?" Because he taught them to go out every day and get a rejection. This is 8th graders, 7th graders. He taught them to go out and try, and just try. And see, from my zip code, it ain't like that. And so people grow up worried about what folks think about them. They're afraid to try different things. I mean, from day one, when I don't know where it came from with me, because my family wasn't really like that. But I've always paper route, selling. Remember those coupon books that have the dinner coupons? Like you pull them out. That's to drop us off. I'm talking about the 10th, 11th grade into these wealthy neighborhoods. It dropped us off. And me and my partner in high school, we would go door to door. We didn't know how crazy that was, but we would go door to door selling these coupon books where you buy the book for like $100 and you got all these, this will save you $25. This will save you. And, during the paper route to 6th grade, I wasn't, not only was I not worried about the guy telling me I couldn't do it, I wasn't even worried about the guys that was laughing at me for doing it. Now, and I'm telling you, successful people operate that way. They go out and try to fail. They go out and try to find rejection. They go out and find, like, for example, if you didn't talk to that lady, you wouldn't even known that she know your friend. It wouldn't even, but some people let folks just do that. They're like, I don't want nobody, think I'm, because that's what they tell you. As soon as you start something like this, oh, is it that bad now? I didn't know it was that bad. You doing one of them now? And that's so ignorant.
It's so ignorant.
But failing, let's talk. You can talk about that. Let's talk about
that failing. I think I know that I failed my way to success. And even now, Mr. Fleming, there are times when like as a mom in my 50s with an 8-year-old, Paige will ask me for some things, and there are times that I'll just tell her no. And it's not that I can't do it. It's not that I cannot give it to her. But Mr. Fleming, I'm telling her no because then I'm teaching her how to manage her emotions after the no. We weren't taught that. We weren't taught as young children how to manage the emotion of the no. We were also not taught to be able to express how we feel.
Hold on, let me tell you this. I hate to jump in. I'll be jumping in all day. But have you seen this TikTok video with the guy sitting on the plane? He's sitting in, and the lady asked, he said, my little daughter here wants to sit by the window. Do you mind if we switch seats? Because he had one seat, it was 2 seats there. He could have got up, moved to the other side, gave the daughter the window. And he said, that's cute. He says, that's real cute that your daughter wants to do that. And he said, but I have to say no. And the lady looked at her, he said, well, she needs to learn at an early age that she can't get everything that she wants. I heard it. at first I looked, then I said, that's hilarious here. But that's what you're saying. Yep.
I'm trying to help Paige understand that it's not that mommy can't do it for you, but I need to now help her manage her no, the emotion behind the no. And unfortunately, we grew up, our parents didn't know any better. They only repeated what they learned.
Right. Exactly.
But we grew up with parents who would say to us, you know, I don't care about how you feel, and I don't care, you know, about da. And so we really don't know how to communicate. And so what happens is when we get a no, we believe the no is about us. When the first thing we're trying to teach you all is to get them, if you gotta have like, you got to be able to dust them shoulders off when it comes to network marketing, because you cannot wear the no like it's rejection towards you. It is not rejection towards you. No means not right now. I need everybody to type that in the chat right now. No means not right now. No never means no. Most times, you guys, no is a reflection of where the person is at, where they may not have the money. You don't even know that. Honestly, what I've learned, Mr. Fleming, most people are really going through some stuff, and because they want you to think that everything is okay, they don't want to tell you that they're really going through some stuff. And although they really might want to join your team, they really might know that they need the opportunity right now, you don't know that they might be going through some abuse at home. Some mental abuse, some verbal abuse. They might be sick and hiding it. And
we think that everybody's thinking about the product like we thinking about it. You know how we 24/7 with it. We think everybody else is like that. And they hear it, but then they got to go on with their life. They got, you know, they might be at the front door with you, but then in the back room, husband mad, sister mad, cousin mad, and they just trying to get you out of the way. When they say no, they could be like, I really don't have time to even think about this right now. Let me go back here and handle this. But we trying to figure out why, you know, and something else. I thought about this. When we were in the 10th and 11th grade, when my partner and I used to go out and sell those coupon books, this is strange. And not strange, but it's a sign that as you get older, you probably I'll let you answer how. Okay. So we would come back to the car after we went out to sell those coupon books. And we might have sold one after we knocked on 30, 40 doors, and, you know, one person might have bought. And both of us would say this when we got back in the car. Both was saying, we would tell the guy who brought us over here, I thought this was a rich neighborhood. These folks don't even have any money. We didn't take it as rejection. We took it as they didn't even have $100 to buy the coupon books, because we didn't look at it as if we felt like we had a good product. We felt like it wasn't like, we just felt like we was in a bad community. Like, these folks, they don't really. But then as you get older, you start feeling like people personally doing something to you, and they personally talking about you, and you feel a little shame, and that's not the case.
So Bob Proctor, you know, I shared with my team, there are a lot of my teammates that are actually watching it along with me till conference, not like for the next time. No, till conference.
It's like it's called like a mental diet.
A conscious interrupt too.
Okay.
But we're fasting from TV because we want a conscious interrupt. And Bob Proctor says the results that we get are an expression of what's going on inside of us. And when I looked, so of course me, you know, let me go see what the word results mean. Results means consequences, effects, or an outcome of something, a final score or a mark. And he said, well, how do results happen? Because they don't just happen.
Right.
Results happen. He said results are actually a physical expression of what's going on inside of each and every one of us.
Yep.
So many times we want to blame someone else. Well, I don't believe they said X, Y, and I don't like the way he did this, and I don't like what she did. She didn't call me back, and she didn't do that, and she, you know, they talking about me, and I know that post is about me, and we get so distracted because we got to get back to what Bob Proctor says. So don't be mad at Nina Moore.
Yeah.
Bob Proctor says Results are a physical expression of what's going on inside of each and every one of us. It don't have anything to do with what somebody else did or what somebody else said. And this is what Bob Proctor said. Let me tell you what because I wrote it down word for word. He said, if we let the outside control what's going on in the inside, there's going to be a repeat performance.
Wow.
That's what he said.
You got me going looking for something we read in our book club this morning that that is exactly what you said. And it was talking about you know who Victor Hugo is? Mm-hmm. He's the guy who wrote the book Man's Search for Meaning. Okay, so he was in concentration camp for years because during the military they got in the war and they captured him and a couple of more people. And two of the guys that was with him wound up dying, but he made it through. I don't know, it was 8-9 years. I mean, this guy they had him out there naked, working in 0 degrees. They had him. I mean, it was just torture. It was torture. But he said that a small man is made up of small thoughts. On the other hand, if your mind is dominated, look up what dominated means, by your dreams and goals, then you are bound to attract those dreams and goals into your life. So whatever dominates your thoughts is, and what's so crazy about that? He said he had my body in the concentration camp. They have that. And so, you know how people say, well, the environment I'm in is bad. The household I'm in is bad. And, you know, okay, we got that. Let's go with that. And let's, you know, Jay-Z situation was bad. He grew up in the projects. Okay, so let's go with that. But what he did, he said, they got my body, but they can't keep my mind. They can't track my mind. So every day he set up and thought about when he was going to get back to America, when he's going to be playing golf with his friends. You know, he played 18 rounds of golf in his head every single day. And even when he literally got out, he went and played golf for the first time and won. They were like, man, how did you? He said, I've been doing this for 8 years every single day. They had trapped my body, but they didn't take my mind. You know what I'm saying? So you can visualize that. Now, one of the things I said too was that I hate that, because you see prisons like that. I hate that you have to be captured to do that, because I'm telling you right now, okay, people get excited and say, okay, I'm going to do that. But one thing about Victor Hugo, he didn't have any options. So he couldn't go to the kitchen and get nothing to eat. He couldn't go turn the TV on. He couldn't go get on social media. He couldn't go talk to somebody else when he get frustrated. He had to sit there in the cold until they let him out the next day for an hour to work or something. And all he could do was just control his mind and think about that. The problem is we have to capture our own self. And it's so many options around us that we won't capture ourselves. We have to lock our own self up, like on the program y'all doing. You know, you got to have somebody around you that's watching and monitoring you and say, hey, wait a minute, I thought we were supposed to be doing this. We have to make ourselves do this. Victor Hugo had no other option. But what he did was show that the results can happen if you did it.
Carol Jackson just bought a conference ticket. Come on.
All right.
Come on.
All right.
That's powerful, Mr. Fleming. There are people that are not incarcerated that are incarcerated because mentally they're incarcerated.
But they're mentally incarcerated on a negative end instead of positive. Because
guess what? That's right. We can flip the coin.
Yep.
We can flip the coin. It doesn't mean that, because it's all our choice. And our Philly team, they're working out every Saturday because now, you know that there might be 50 people that have said they starting out with me on this journey, right?
Yeah. You know,
by the time we get to conference, I'm probably gonna have about 5 people that actually listen to The Stranger's Secret every single day, that have actually read Think and Grow Rich every day, and that have actually passed it from TV. See, because guess what? The reality of it is, Mr. Fleming, is if you fast from TV and you're reading this every day and you're right, listening to the strangers, everything about you is going to change, even the way you physically look.
You can't help
There's
but
no
change.
way that you're not going to lose weight when you get in your mind right.
You
right?
can't. You can't help but change. But watch this. I can't think of this other book I read. It was mountain climbers. They were climbing the mountain. It was 10 of them. When they got to the middle, or maybe a third, they stopped to get water in this little shack or whatever. 3 people stopped. So they had 7 more. When they got to the middle and they stopped to get water, it was cold, it was freezing, they went in, 3 people stayed there. So now it was 4 of them left. And they went and climbed that mountain. And when they came back down, the author interviewed the people who had stopped. And those people were so upset because they were so sad that they didn't keep going with those. Because see, when conference comes or after that, when those people who kept going, when they kept going, and then you see them turn around and their life change, the ones who gonna quit gonna be sitting there looking real stupid because they didn't pay the price of. But the 3 or 4 that's gonna continue through this whole thing with you, gonna change. They can't help but change.
Can't help it. It's so crazy because it's like you can't help but to change if you do these things, and you can't help but to stay the same if you don't. It's you know what I mean? If you don't.
Yeah.
And this morning while the Philly team was working out, I clipped on Sean had done a live, and I clipped on it a little bit. I got up early to prepare for training this morning because I don't just show up. I actually really do prepare for training, get notes, read, watch the play, the whole 9. And we decided as a team that our theme for the month was the boom in June. Now there's some people that boomed in June on day 1 when we boomed in June on the first day. They ain't booming in June no more because now they tired and this one right. And so they was booming on that first day. And then I remember our very first, we've had even more trainings this month. And Tony, there's probably gonna be people like, but that means the summertime, Nina. And why are we having more? Because I have to now get you to stay focused even the more because it's summertime. So yes, I'm doing more masterminds. So that first mastermind, there's 100 people on there, right? Oh, we booming in June, 100 people. Second mastermind, about 60. And you know what? Then they'll say, oh, I ain't know there was a mastermind. How could you not? It's a calendar in my team page.
Right.
So that means that now you're not reading. You didn't say.
See, no. They read. They read. They know what it is, and what it is when you do a mastermind, it makes them look in the mirror, and they don't want to face reality. So that's why they don't want to get on the second time. They already know what it is. The first time you just slapped them, and they don't want to get slapped again. But you got to keep getting slapped, folks, till you realize. That's why you don't want to get on the training, don't get on the mastermind, because a mirror shows in your face that you really ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing. And that's why they do it. They don't want to face reality of, and that's why I say a lot of people have to be captured in a building. They have to be in jail. You see, like Michael Vick, a couple of more guys. It was a guy that played wide receiver for the Steelers. The one, Plexico Burrows, who shot himself in the foot. He was in there for a year and a half or 2. He started reading in prison. And to this day, right now, he still reads an hour or 2 a day, but he had to get his butt locked up to get it. I got my social media coach sent me a button saying, we got to get to them 3 points.
We ain't get to the 3 points. You know,
all right, so
you know what? We actually have. We just don't go 0.1.
Yeah, 0.1, 0.2. Yeah.
We actually are covering the 3 points.
Yeah.
We just keep it a little different.
Yeah, it's in there. It's in there somewhere.
It's in there. I promise you it is.
Yeah.
You just don't know that this is how we teach.
Yeah.
Because
Number one, get intense. You got to get intense. Intensity. That's what we're talking about.
Number 1 was urgency.
Exactly.
Second, not to be afraid to fail. Right.
There you go.
And now we're talking about results and making the decision, but we just didn't 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we did 1, 2, 3 of them. Because we got 1, 2, 3, y'all, so y'all know.
Yeah, when
you got to get intense toward the end and go. And I'm gonna give you another one that deals with the what was the first point you said? Intensity or
urgency?
Or just say intensity, because And another one we talked about was failure, right? So just jumping out there and keep going. Okay. I was watching the game. Right. I was watching the game and is a what? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
What'd you say? Okay. So I was watching this basketball game and I don't know who it was. It might have been Golden State. It might have been Golden State. But they were getting blown out. I don't know. I think it was Memphis that was beating them like that or something. Somebody was blowing them out. No, it was during the regular season, so it wasn't that. But the team stayed on the court and kept playing when they was down by 30 points, 40 points. And Mark Jackson made a point that was called in the game. He said, and I'm thinking, why don't they just bench him the game over? He said, no, you got to play to the end so that you can have some kind of mini victory, that when you go in the locker room, you got a mini victory there that you feel good about the next time. So my point is, you got to play to the end of this month. You cannot just stop now, because if you end the month with a mini victory, you can start off the first of the month with a victory. But if you stop now saying I'm going to start on the first of the month, you have nothing to remember of a victory. So play all the way to the end. Everybody should commit to getting one person by the end of the month, or two people, whatever. Play to the end so that you can start off with a bang, like you said, instead of just trying to start off slow. But when you give up right now and say, well, I ain't gonna get this position, I'm not gonna stop here, you're not gonna have that. Mark Jackson said he hate when his teams would do that. He used to tell them when they came in the locker room afterwards, you can't do that. You have to, even if you getting blown out, you got to try to get some kind of little victory out of that, which means you got to get your customer, get you a new person for the end of the month, get you something. Don't just throw the towel in now and start over.
Mr. Fleming, this morning, while the team was working out, the gentleman that was doing the exercising with them had them doing a squat exercise with their hands up in the air. And he said, don't let me see them hands fall down. He said, think about what you want to look like and feel like. I need y'all to visualize. Where do you want your life to be? Where do you want your income to be? What do you want your body to look like? Start visualizing it. I am visualizing. I put a crown on my desk, Mr. Fleming, a crown. Because I am visualizing what it's going to look like walking across the stage as a crown diamond. I'm supposed to want that.
Right.
What do I look like not wanting better? But this is what he told the team. He said, because the progress, he said, decide to keep your hands up, your arms up. He said, because the progress is in your decision. Whoa! The progress is in your decision. I don't know about y'all, but that was my fire this morning. I was like, the progress is in my decision every day. Not just I decide today. I decided on June 1, we're going to boom in June. Right. And then nothing else for the whole month of June. And, we have a young lady on our team that's like really, really leading one of the sector, one of the legs of business. She's an amazing leader. She was running for exec 2. Her brother passed away the other day, knocked the wind out of her. It happened like out the blue. Now, what the team is supposed to do, the rest of the team is supposed to come together and get that job done.
Right.
For her. For her. Like
right.
She been running with the team, running with everybody, and then boom, she gets smacked in the face. And this woman has been getting smacked in the face since we started. Like it's just like one blow after another. One blow. She don't quit. She got a little wind knocked out of her, right? But now it's the team's turn to stand up, somebody become a leader and say, we are going to
on over. Right. We're going to push her on in.
You don't sit around and say, oh, well, I know her, she lost her brother and I guess we're just not going to know. What does that mean if you said it in the beginning of the month? Now, where you been all month long? Oh, life is hard for every single one of us. How do we react when life is hard? So, results always tell the truth. That's what Bob Proctor said. I wrote it down from his training, right? Anybody that's on my team understands that that's what we watch, and they watch this. The people that I put it in the chat, they watched it. He said results are in the. He said they always tell you. He said you can't fudge it. You can't fake. You can't fake results, right? He said we can try to point our finger or force blame, but the results don't lie. He said because results tell us what's going on, and if we don't like our results, we are the only ones who can change them. He said we can never ever change things by fighting existing reality. So if you don't like the way your numbers look, change it. If you don't like your piss poor performance this month, change it. If you don't like if you feel like some of what's been going on around you has distracted you, then get away from those people. Why would you continue to put yourself in front of people or put yourself in front of situations that are going to continue to distract you? You know what I told some people around me? I said, they'll call me, Mr. Fleming, they'll be like, did you see the such and such and such a post? Nope, I sure didn't. And I don't want to hear it.
Right.
And I don't want to hear it. Don't tell me. Because if it's going to disturb my peace,
right, I
don't want to hear it.
I want to hear
it. Is it something you got to start asking? Wait. Is that gonna help my numbers go up?
Right.
Is research you're ready to tell me going to help me recruit? Is it something that I need to know? Like, is it going to help me grow as an individual? It's going to help me recruit. Is it going to help me? No. Oh, it's not. Okay, then I don't need to see it. I don't want to hear it. I need to see it, because if it's not going to level me up, then it's not worth it. It's not worth my time. So, without a sense of urgency, you guys, we got to realize too that our audience is also likely to not take action. So if you're wondering why the people around you, your customers, you posted one time, for the month, and then nobody bought anything. So you decided that, okay. And you got to understand too, Mr. Fleming, you said it. You said your friends came to the event in Atlanta and they said,
I thought this was
I thought this was
weight loss is coming. Yeah. Health and wellness. Yeah.
Now you got your customers watching you drink Valet every day, and nothing's changing in the way you look. Nothing's changing. Your customers, your following, your viewers are probably watching to see when is it going to help you change. So that once you change, once I see a change in you, then maybe.
My business partner, the one I told you hadn't been drinking the Valet, and I told him, me and him, we joke a lot. So when I went in there, I said, man, you ain't drinking the stuff. He said, man, you got a toothache. I had a toothache last week. It ain't help with your toothache? I said, I ain't got to do no health and wellness. It ain't help your toothache, so it ain't. Oh, man, get out of here. But yeah, you should see some changes in your body, even in your mind, as you start taking the product. And if you don't show that, people gonna look at you and say, that product ain't working, man. That product ain't working.
Do you know what they do? Let me tell you what they do. I know they do it because I do it. They look at you now. They'll look at a picture you posted today.
Mm-hmm.
And what they'll do is they'll be like, dang, she's been using this product for like 8 months, right? They will go back 8 months and look at your pictures, and they'll be like, well, wait a minute.
I know
she's bigger than that, and she
exactly.
product.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess folks think because people don't just say it that they ain't thinking it. Because most people thinking that too. I mean, the person, you thinking that also. You're thinking that when you see somebody else. So just because somebody hadn't said it in your ear, they said it to somebody else's ear, but that's why they don't use it. It's like, okay, look, it's a couple that's in town today that I'm going to meet with. They might be on the Zoom now because I told them I was going to be doing training at 11 to log in. So they could be on here, but they texted me and said, okay, they got the product about 30 days ago. And her husband told me, we were on the phone together, that they saw that before and after picture of me. And he was like, now I hadn't talked to him in 2 years. And he was like, man, really? And they called me up from that before and after picture. And like I said, I'm meeting with them today. They're in town from Louisiana. But, you know, people are watching. People are looking. And you just don't know if you're not changing as you go along, even growing mentally, like what you're doing with the books and the no TV and all that. People are looking to see 6 months later, is your conversation still the same? Are you still talking like you used to talk? Are you still, you know, they want to see some kind of growth and some kind of change in you that they can move with you. And when you said the thing about the decision, right? What it is the decision is the process. So if you do the process, you can't help but win. Now, the process might not give you examples. It might not give you the success every day as you go along, but you are winning every day by doing the process. Like for the example of those who started with you on this mental fast. I'm sorry, what do you call it? What do you?
We really didn't call it a thing. We called it. So we started our month boom in June, but this honestly, it was the Holy Ghost a few weeks ago that was like, Nina, you have got to, if you want to level up, you got to take yourself to a whole nother level. And I started.
Well, whatever you want to name it. I just said mental fast. The ones that start with you and end with you, even if they don't get a bigger check, they don't understand the process of doing that is success. You know what I'm saying? Just that whole, my money ain't changing. Every day that you get up and do what you're supposed to do, a part of this mental fast, every day, and stop looking in the back office to see if somebody joined because you're doing a mental fast. No, it might not happen like that. It could, but it might not. The way you win is checking off every day. I did what I was supposed to do today. I didn't turn that TV on. I didn't do this. I did what I was supposed to do. I didn't do this. I did what I. That's how you win. But what we want to win is we want to see, I got to get somebody in right quick. I understand that. We all need to get people in. That's how that, but you got to grow too. And you got to change. And getting somebody in right quick might come after you change.
Because you're going to get the person in and then do what? What you going to do with it? If you haven't grown, if you're not willing to, like, you don't even know, you don't know the back office. You don't even know how to change your you don't know how to enroll them. You don't know how to say, you don't know how to do any of those things because you didn't get prepared while you were looking for these people to come along, right? So they gonna join, and then what you gonna do? You're gonna put them in front, you're gonna make somebody else now work with them because you didn't grow enough to be a leader to develop them. And so you know, Mr. Fleming, we went to the draft party the other day. And you know, I just went because Paul was like, we're gonna go. I was okay. I was like, all right, no problem. I can still work from my phone, thank God. Right. I was literally in my AirPods doing 3-way calls the whole time, right? And then the draft was getting ready to start. I don't really know the people that were being drafted or whatever. You know, being in an environment to network and things. Right. But I was done. And this is what happened for me. God put me in that place because there are times, let's be for real, that you're tired. You know, there are times that you get fatigued. Let me say that. And it's just the fatigue of just business, like just life. You know, we literally, we moved. It was a major move, you know, leaving my children behind and my grandchildren that I used to see every week, my parents, my grandparents. My grandmother turned 90 yesterday, my other grandmother, and like not being able to be there for Father's Day, all those things. Those were like, I feel that I'm a human being. Like I'm not a robot. Right. I do feel that, right? And moving, I never stopped. My house was up and running in 4 days complete. In 4 days, and I never stopped working. I was doing 3-way calls, unpacking boxes, the whole 9. So you do get to a point where sometimes you are fatigued, right? And when you're looking around at who's still there, you know, there are as a human, there are times that you don't get discouraged, but you do have to reflect like, okay, what part do I play in it? What part is theirs? You're developing your character, your strength, you know, as you're ready for the next run, figuring out who you're running with and things like that. And oftentimes that changes. So I'm sitting there at the draft and they get ready to have the first draft pick, which is the young guy, Paolo. I don't remember his last name. Purple suit. He had the purple suit.
The light.
And let me tell you, all I could think about is I'm watching, and you know, they get ready to call the first draft pick. Is my brain started going and rehashing and rehearsing what it took for these young boys
to get there,
to be at this place where they are the top picks of the top picks of the, they are the right. And in that one moment, Mr. Fleming, one moment like this, boom, his name gets called and his life changes.
Yep.
I hope somebody caught what I just said.
Oh yeah.
At
You don't know when.
All the work that he has done, all the sacrificing, all the late nights, the tears he cried, because when his name got called, he burst into tears. His mother, they burst into tears. He couldn't even and he's trying to contain himself, control himself, because he got to look like he's containing himself.
Right.
He lit in that moment, and the Holy Spirit said to me, what if you decided, Nina, to walk away and I would have been ready to call your name? How many people have walked away and their name was getting ready to get called? But
you got to help me out with this, because you more of a Bible scholar than I am. I read it, but it's something in there that says you don't know the day or the hour or the time. It's like you don't know when everything that you've done is gonna come. You don't know that every book that you read, every rejection you got, I always say everything counts. It all adds up. Everything counts, and everything counts that you don't do. That counts too. And so as it adds up and adds up and adds up, you don't know when that thing is going to explode on you and your life will change. You just don't know.
It takes you backwards.
It could be one person you meet, and your conversation now is totally different than it was 10 years ago. What you say to that person, and that person could be a leader that's going to come on board, and you go back and think, now 10 years ago, I would have did a whole Super Saturday with that person with stuck product in their hand. But now, from my experience of listening to this stuff and hearing it, boom, it could happen.
It can happen, and I promise you guys, even something as small, this is not small to me, but before we moved to Georgia, Paul was I know most of you don't know, but I wanted to move to Georgia at 19. My mother said, hell no. That's the way she said it to me. At 19 with a baby, you are not going to know Georgia. You don't know nobody, and then again in 2018, Paul and I flew to Georgia a few times. We were looking at houses, and it was just like, God was like, this ain't the time. So we kind of put it on the back burner. And then there we were, 2021. It was time. It was time, right? So people think that, I ran to, anyway, it was time. This was all in the makings. I've been wanting to move to Georgia since I was 19 years old.
Okay.
Right? Now, a year or two ago, maybe 2 years ago, when I saw that Pastor John Gray left Texas and went to South Carolina a few years ago, I said to Paul, because I love his ministry. And I said, well, we probably moved to South Carolina. I was like, then we could go to John Gray's church. And then I was like, who are we fooling? Ain't nothing in South Carolina. God ain't calling us to South Carolina like that, right? So Here we are in Georgia. We've really been actively searching for a church home. We've been to several churches. I know several pastors in Georgia because my father's a bishop, and just from being, I was friends with Eddie Long, and so I know William Murphy and all of the other people that under his regime, and just several churches. We've been to several churches. So we found out that Pastor John Gray pastors in Georgia now.
Oh, right? Wow.
Not only does he pastor in Georgia, he pastors at a church that's 15 minutes from my house.
I knew you was going to say that.
out in the suburbs. I don't have to go to school.
Yeah.
We went last week. Who do we end up in pictures with? The whole nine, Pastor John Gray.
Wow.
Right? And who do we end up at dinner with? Pastor John Gray. Who is Paige FaceTiming almost every day of the week? Their daughter, Theory. I am trying to tell you, when you keep your mind focused on the goal and on the prize and who you need and want in your circle, now in order for me to be in, and then he says, he's like, did you go audition for my praise team? And I was like, no, sir, I didn't. He's like, yeah, well, next week, you need to be on that list to audition. You need to understand, I am literally in this season, Mr. Fleming, I am willing, I am manifesting what I want. And I don't want no foolishness. I don't want no negativity. I don't want no drama. I don't want none of I don't want no lack, no poverty, no nothing. I am focused on my goal. And if you guys would just get focused on the goal, first goal is how you going to end your month. First goal is what are you going to do different now than what you've been doing? The first goal is decide. When are you going to decide? Decide that, you know what? Okay, enough is enough. And you got to have focus, not just focus, but sometimes when you're on the camera, you got to
laser beam focus.
Focus again.
Laser beam. That red dot. You got to have that red dot.
Focus. Red dot focus. Like focus. What do you want? But you can't focus if you don't know what you want. I know what I want. I know that we want to pay for our house in cash. Boop, Tava cash. I know. See, there's some things, Mr. Fleming, that I know what I want. I don't want no car notes. I know what I want. I know where I want to travel to. I know what I want that house to look. I know how I want that move to go. I know what I want. Right. And when you know what you want, God can. So here's the deal. Bob Proctor said it. Do you know that your mind doesn't know the difference between a lie and a truth?
Exactly. It doesn't. The subconscious. Yep, it doesn't.
The subconscious does not know. That's wwhy some of y'all can just lie and lie and lie. And it's like,
that's why I'm 49 years old. I've been 49 for a long time.
I'm 25. That's why I'm still 25, right?
There you go.
The thing is, your subconscious doesn't know the difference between a lie and the truth. So what happens is you have to keep saying what you want. What do you want? You've got to picture it. You've got to put pictures of it up. You got to know, like, I know now what I even want my house to look like. I know what I want the house to look like. I am dreaming bigger. And if you are not around people who are making your baby leap, if you are not around people that are making you want more, if you are not around people that are challenging you with conversations that really, literally make you mad, then you ain't around the right people. Because that means that you're operating in your comfort zone. And guess what? Most people, and I'm going to talk to all the Tavians now, right?
Right.
Most of our Tava people, and I hope you guys receive this in the spirit that I'm giving it to you. Most of you are stuck because you haven't set another goal. So your goal was, I'm going to go director. And you hit director. And then what?
Yep.
I'm not stuck. You hit director too. And then what? You got binary qualified. And then what? Because the reality of it is, unless you want to keep working hard, the money is in your residual check. And the reality of it is that you now have to say, okay, I got to go past supervisor. I got to go, I got to go past this. But you keep thinking that you're going to get these prospects. They get excited when they get on the information and they go blind on you because their minds have already gone back to all of what they know. They don't understand how to think out of bondage.
Right.
It is our job to help them. Understand, to keep thinking outside of bondage. It's our jobs to do that. And so we're going to give you guys some social media challenges because we believe that we're not loud enough. I don't know about how in the world could we be quiet about our products that work?
Right.
How?
Right.
I promise you, if you take these products, you're going to know that they work. If you take the products, you're going to know that they work. If you take the products, you're going to know they work.
Yep.
So we ain't loud enough, and we want to give you a blueprint as to how you're going to end. We're going to start with social media. We're going to give you a blueprint on what to do every day. Let me start with today and Sunday, because then we're going to put up a chart that you all going to take pictures of, right? For the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because we're going to give you a blueprint as to how to post from today to the close of the month. Okay, you guys? So actually it'll be till July the 1st, because we're going to start July off with urgency so we don't end in emergency. All right? So today, a post needs to go up today. And today, you should be talking about what you attended today. You should be talking about some of what you learned. Take a point that you learned today and talk about what you learned. Talk about how, listen, don't say, because in my company, Tava, no. Say, I am so glad I'm so grateful. I'm so, grateful to be connected to a community of people where I am able to obtain free training from top industry leaders.
Right.
I attended, listen to what I'm saying, a free training. Do you realize how many people want to be connected to training for free from top industry leaders? So you got to not stop making this all about you. All right. Now, listen, y'all got to change your verbiage up some so that everybody's not posting the same thing. Because if you do, it will kill your algorithm. So for all of you that are telling your teams to post exactly what you post and not like change it up, you got to mix it up. You got to add an emoji, add something, because you'll kill the algorithm.
Right.
That one's for free. All right.
Do it in your flavor. Do it in your flavor, but make sure that it's the same thing. I got you.
Right. I'm so happy and so grateful that I am able to get free training from top industry leaders. I attended a mastermind this morning, and here's my biggest takeaway. And put a picture up of yourself, some kind of picture of you with a post similar to that. All right, you guys, that's today. Talk about what you attended today. You must do it. Right, because I'm gonna talk about the fact that I was belly dancing this morning, and then I went from belly dancing to training, right? And we about to go to another track. I gotta go change some clothes to go get ready for our next event, right? I attended now. Tomorrow, it's Sunday. I'm gonna help you understand what to post on a Sunday. Sundays are for what? Brunch, worship, rest, reset, cleaning. Sunday, those are Sundays. You need to pick something that you want to talk about tomorrow, right? If Sundays are for, I'm gonna throw one out there. If Sunday is a cleaning day for you, okay, let me help you understand. You gotta say, I'm so happy and so grateful it's Sunday, right? On Sundays, I clean. I am so grateful that my plant-based, all-natural energy capsule helps me with mental clarity and focus so that I can get this done. I don't really like cleaning, but I know that it's necessary, right? Don't say my flair.
You got to say Tava either, because they're going to go Google it. So you can just,
That's what you do tomorrow, okay? You talk about, if it's brunch, you're going to say, I'm so happy and grateful for Sundays, because on Sundays, we brunch, right? But I'm so happy, but I'm great. But when I go home, I'm gonna have a bottle of my magic slimming tea, or whatever you want to call it, right? To make sure that I stay on track with my fitness goals, or whatever the case may be. If Sunday is about rest and relaxation, then maybe you take a picture of yourself with a cup of coffee, a coffee cup like this, right? I'm so happy and I'm so grateful for what's in my cup. Smooth, calm. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because on Sunday is my day of relaxation. All right, you gotta understand, if it's worship, then before you're heading out the door, you're taking that shot of Valet, getting my body ready to go worship, right? Getting my body ready to go work, taking my shot, getting my body ready to go. You don't have to say what it is, which is why I always say liquid gold, because the word valet means right now. We're going to have this other graphic put up for you so that you can screenshot it, and you're going to see, take a picture of it, what to post Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I believe we got somebody that's getting ready to shoot that up for us. All right, there you go.
There we go. Snap a picture of that, folks.
Snap a picture. Snap a picture with your phone. And I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you to focus on getting these ideas up. Meet me Monday.
I'm telling you what to do. Do that.
Well, Mr. Fleming is telling you what to do, right? Meet me Monday. Who are you? Remember, people need to know, who are you? Why you're wondering why people are not really looking at you seriously. They don't even know who you are. So on Monday, let them figure out, teach them, who are you? Then on Tuesday, what information, teach your followers a skill from your subject area. That means, what profession are you in outside of network marketing? If you're in healthcare, If you're in healthcare, then what you should be talking about is something from the healthcare profession. If you are in education, maybe you're in special education, you should be giving a tip about special education. People need to know, because remember, your Facebook wall is all about who are you? Who are you? All right. On Wednesday, work with me Wednesday. Let potential clients know about opportunities to work with you. Yes, but why should they work with you? Right? Are you trying to help people make money for gas and groceries? Are you trying to help people make extra income for their rent or for their mortgage? Did you guys know that if you are a network marketer, if you're in multi-level marketing, that you can use that as a viable stream of income when you're trying to go buy a home? Did you know that? So as a realtor, why aren't you talking about that? If you're a mortgage lender, why aren't you talking about that? Because network marketing is a viable stream of income, which is why you need that 1099, which is why you really should focus on building a residual stream of income, because it needs to be showing on your 1099 when you file your taxes, ladies and gentlemen. They can't see your retail. I'm just saying. I do retail, y'all. I do, but they can't see your retail. Okay, they need to see it in your 1099, because it is a viable stream of income to be able to purchase a home. You can show this as another stream of income. On Thursdays, testimonials from your happy clients. Put up a testimony, whether it's a weight loss story. Remember, if you're talking about a health testimony, make sure you post, I am not making any medical claims. We do not make any medical claims. This is a testimony from my valued client. All right. Fun Friday. Ask for followers to share a GIF to represent their weekend plans, or share a GIF that expresses how you feel that today is Friday. What are you doing today on Friday? On Friday. Are you excited that it's Friday? Are you starting work for the week? Talk about it, you guys. You know, and this is just now listen, you don't have to follow this to the T, but I'm just suggesting that if you don't know what to do on your social media profiles, here's a great strategy for you to plan out your week. If you know that you're busy, plan everything out on Sunday, and then save the post in your notes. Save the post in your notes. Okay, you guys? So that you can just boom, copy and paste Monday, copy and paste Tuesday, copy and paste Wednesday, copy and paste. All right. And then once people comment, you want to go to each comment and like it, and then thank them for commenting, or comment on their comment to keep your post alive. All right. That's some quick social media training for you guys. Mr. Fleming, back to you.
All right. Well, hey, we got a lot of good stuff here. Again, we are, archiving this stuff. We're, chopping it up, making short videos that we can send out at any time for you all to get a recap of this. We're going to take a lot of those old videos down on Facebook and also on YouTube, and we're going to start kind of fresh with a lot of new stuff. So look for this video in the next, hour or so out. And we're also going to have some clips of it that you can actually go back and watch at any time. And because I'm going to tell you something, what you just heard today, you probably need to hear it every day, to be honest with you, along with whatever else you listen to, because, and I know people say, man, that's a lot of time. Yeah, it is. That's a lot of work. And yeah, it is. It's just, it is. It is what it is. When Beyonce is in the studio for 3 days and forget to eat, well, yeah, that's Beyonce. Well, when Bill Gates say, 7 years before he took a vacation, well, that's Bill Gates. Well, if you're going to go with, well, that's that person, and well, that's that person, and well, that's that person, you ain't going to never have Jack. You ain't going to never, and that's what people do. I ain't like that. Okay. I'll stop, Nina. All right, we done for the day. And look, I appreciate you guys. We'll be back here next Saturday for the Huddle. Sunday night, tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, we're doing the business presentation. So look out for that. But we out of here. Talk to you later. Thank you, Nina. All right.
All right, bye. Thank you.
All right.
Come with me, with Tava, no place is too far. Come with me, with Tava, no place is too far to go. We can take you around the world. Cash this car with me, with Tava, no place is too far to go. New places, new faces, yeah, new zip codes. New money, NFTs and plus crypto. Don't need care cash no more. Digital currency on me. Overseas we back and forth. Round trips all aboard, baby. There's room at the top. We'll save a spot for you. Can't no one limit us, so you should come with me. With Tava, no place is too far. Come with me. With Tava, no place is too far to go.